Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a great day. Let's take another look here at SUI, see what's going on. We are seeing higher lows, but it's very minor. So let's not, hang on to that constellation. We're going to talk a little bit more about best and worst case scenarios here today. We're still in a descending trend. We got to respect that. This level of 290 has proven to be almost irrelevant here. The price is wavering above and below it, almost gravitating towards that level. So that was a previous support. We're going to see if it's going to hold, and obviously kind of look at some liquidation ranges too, and just help diagnose what may or may not happen here soon. And while it's not exact science, the overall market's pretty terrible, but this coin's holding super well in this range. Didn't pull back quite as hard as it probably should have. We do got to respect the fact that there's a lot of liquidation, so there's that. But overall, decently positioned here, if you will. So hit the like button, folks, before we get started. Don't forget to do that every single time. Really helps grow the channel. It's crazy like how low the amount of likes I get based on how many positive comments I get. So just do me a favor, do that every time. We'll be set. All right, folks. Future reference. Last 7 days we have liquidation at 260. That's like kind of heavy concentration. That's the local low, effectively. That is right where we see a lot of late longs with high leverage. Big surprise, right, folks? It's because of high leverage traders that we have such volatility in the market. It's both a good and bad thing, right? We want the volatility, get the price action to move, but it's unfortunate that we see so many liquidation hunts based on the simple fact that people are using too much leverage. So I think with more of us using more responsibility, the less likely this is to occur. So I don't know. Let's change our game, huh? Anyways, that's kind of where we're at there. We can also recognize 240 to 260 is a pretty solid, significant range. I'll update that on the charts. If I'm not mistaken, that is there, 240 to 260 it is. So just know that that's present. Let's take a quick look at liquidation delta and recognize more people are taking shorts than longs in this environment, which is perfectly sensible. I kind of lean towards that more so. Not that I want to short this coin, because you know where I stand on that, but the overall sense here is that with more people shorting, the more likely are we are to go down. Okay. Just bear in mind too, we can see short squeezes occur when that liquidation delta gets too high for too long. This isn't too much, so I'm not really concerned about it, but some coins have that squeeze potential where SUI just really, it squeezes no matter what. Like it'll explode to the upside at any given time with no rhyme or reason. So this coin is a good coin not to try to short into. Just some friendly advice. I've had some, I wouldn't say bad luck in the past, but I'm literally 50-50 on 4 trades for this coin to the downside. It's not really a good statistic. Okay, so looking here, 283, that's the local area of confluence. We can see a lot of position sizing open interest here at about 280 as a rough estimate. So that seems to be like a local support secondary to the 270. So 270, 280 are those areas of support based on open interest. These are just areas we see the largest amount of accumulation of volume. Same thing as well at 307. That's kind of an area where, this is crazy to me. So look how many people took late longs at 307 and are absolutely underwater right now. Don't be a breakout trader, folks. It's not the right conditions for it. In fact, I almost think that it never will be the right conditions to be breakout traders anymore, based on how stunted out most altcoins get when they are moving in that direction. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the daily time frame and work our way down. So this coin, among others, is hanging out pretty close to its 200 SMA. Some would view this as a support level. I don't think that's quite the case. It's just a trend, and it lets us know that we're still on the right side of the tracks. So again, maintaining 280 to 290 is a very important area of consideration. In other words, it's a good area to recognize that we have a lot of support here. It's coincidentally also a fib range here at 0.618, 0.65. I don't put a ton of emphasis on that. I know some people do. I think it's important not to, just because those are kind of more theoretical levels. They're not significantly consistent. What is consistent, though, is when the price action is under 50 on the RSI, it's generally construed as bearish. That's the way it goes. I mean, you look at here, and as soon as we broke below 50 on the RSI, it was right here at about 490. Okay? Price has gone down ever since. That's a descending trend. That's a trend you don't take longs into. Okay? That's the general consensus. So once we break this trend back up over 50 on the RSI, I'll feel much more confident in taking a long position. 4-hour time frame, similar scenario here as well. We're still under 50 on the RSI. This is more of a shorter term transition. So basically implying we're still bearish on the smaller, more transitional time frame, which is just fine. Money flow index is increasing, of course, so we got to recognize it's been a pretty significant amount of volume in the last 14 candles, and that's good. That kind of implies sustainability. That's why MFI is a good barometer of kind of how things are shifting, because it helps you understand that there's more money coming in and in turn more sustainability at this current price point. So The tentative support, which appears to be decently solid here, is that 275 to 290 range is that little support range for us. Hourly time frame is probably going to confirm that we're not in a good position here with trying to take a trade just yet. We're still under the cloud, lagging spans kind of within the price action, conversion lines in the baseline. Those things are all intersecting. So it's just kind of a big mess of indicators letting us know that we've got mostly bearish signs here on the hourly, but furthermore, they're all conflicting, so not really good trade conditions. So what are we going to look for? What do we want to have happen to be able to take a trade confidently? Well, higher highs and higher lows are part of it. We're seeing that so far. And keep in mind, too, I'm going to post an updated playout chart on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. That's going to be available for you as of right now if you are watching this video. So we just got to recognize, we're kind of starting to squeeze into this little pattern here. So depending on which side we break out on, we'll kind of determine what the direction we take. Now, a lot of it hinges on Bitcoin, too, and how well Bitcoin is going to be doing, because if Bitcoin goes down much further, we're probably going to see that happen from this coin. But if Bitcoin just recovers, holds 85, 86K range, I think there's a stronger chance this coin goes up than down. But there's no way around it here. There's just a lot of mixed emotions if you were to be an emotional trader, or mixed, like just say this chart is an emotional roller coaster. Yeah, there's a lot right there. While that doesn't make a lot of sense to what I'm saying, it makes sense to me. And the whole point of me telling you that is that you don't want to be an emotional trader, and when there's a lot of conflict and you're not sure what to do, you don't do anything. That's the best thing to do. Okay, so we're in a position right now where with a lot of coins where there's just not a good set of trades, and not a lot of good trades that you want to take. And I'd recommend no trade for the moment. We get a definitive close above like the $2.90/$3 range. Just say we were to break above here and then get higher than this local high here of 306. That would be a good consideration. We'd be above the cloud. We'd be in a position where there's a lot of benefit here. Okay, but for the moment, it's really not an optimal situation to consider trading. Cool. All right. Hope that makes sense, folks. I know it's probably significantly disappointing because you want me to tell you what you want to hear. I'll never do that. I'll always tell you what the charts tell me, and that's just the way that you should always trade. All right, folks. Thanks again so much for your time. We'll look forward to working with you. If you want to become a better trader, CryptoCash.tech is a site link down below. Be sure you check out Bitunix too. Between now and March 14th, there's a significant deposit reward bonus for new and existing members. Be sure to reference that, and I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Thanks so much again for your time. We'll see you soon. Take care.